break. Exhaustion overcomes me. Feel the fury of the air.
You were right there.
Hi there, honey. Is he? And I'll take that gold. Cheers, darling. Well, I guess I'll be off to visit Mr. Troll then. He's the one closest to town, yeah? At least I won't have to run far if he gets too fidgety. See you around, sweetheart.
So, unless I'm very much mistaken, we just paid a courtesan to cheer up a lonely troll.
What's wrong with that? The fellow needed cheering, and that's what she'll do.
When you put it like that, I guess you could say we performed an act of great kindness.
Troll, here a man, dear me, once though. How could it? It's all that we are. He is leave me like sheep.
Wouldn't mind. They could eat off him for weeks.
They'd make a feast out of old Fumble, all right. A veritable banquet of lard. Oh, yuck.
Oh, where have you gone, sweet girl?
And so she asked, Granny, why do you have such large and hairy ears? To which Granny replied, Why, so that I can hear you better, my dear.
No, be careful, little Red Right Ran. Champion of my heart, I cannot describe my rapture. A ruby you have brought me, more precious than any other on this earth. Happiness, he has returned in all his sunny glory. For this unparalleled service, I must repay you. Have it back, the fee you paid on my behalf. Let sordid gold not stand between our friendship. My thanks, oh champion of my soul, my undying thanks.
I'm kind of in the middle of something here, sugar. Fumble just can't get enough of my stories. Such a sweet old thing he is. The poor darling felt all alone in the wide world, but now he's pleased as pepper.
I guess someone else got here first. Don't look at me like that. It's not as though I'm enjoying this.
You there, your night ship. Oh, please, come to our aid. My wife and I are stranded here. Oh, we're refugees, my liege. Two of the far too few souls that managed to escape Hunter's Edge when the orcs invaded. We were hoping to reach Silverglen, but we were attacked by highwaymen. Those devils would have scalped and skewered us if it hadn't been for Alfie. Oh, the brave creature bit one of them in half, though not before being frightfully wounded himself. Oh, it was naught but a small stop for trading folk along the long road south to Sicil. We got along all right. But now our little home's finally been undone. Orcs invaded, and the source hunter who was meant to protect us didn't save a one of us. Bravest beast of burden in the borough is Alfie, but the poor blighter's bleeding like a stuck pig and can't move no more. Which means we can't move no more either. Why, it would be folly to abandon a bandit killer in a wood full of bandits now, wouldn't it, your night ship? Besides, all our worldly wealth is strapped to his back. We'd be destitute without it. And yet, we can hardly stay here forever. Silverglen is close enough to see the chimney fumes from here. Mara absolutely refuses to leave Alfie's side, and like I said, I'm inclined to agree with her. If only a stout champion would step up and lend us a hand. Oh, we'd be mighty grateful if you would escort us to Silverglen, your night ship, for it is our aim to set up shop there, a new smithy in a new town. Without Alfie, though, without the tools he carries, I'd be like a fisherman without his rod, grasping for salmon with his bare hands. Never could I produce the quality of work for which I'm renowned. Our predicament is clear, and the biggest problem is that Alfie's wounds are so dire, no ordinary healing potion will work. He needs... well, I don't know what he needs, but they say miracle cures are produced by the priests of Silverglen.
Discernible flavour, really. Oh, how good it is to see a human face in these odious woods filled with nightmares come real. Do forgive me if I seem a bit bedraggled, but we've had a frightful time of it of late. My husband Bjorn's a blacksmith, of some renown as a matter of fact, a favourite with the legionnaires that pass through Hunter's Edge, or used to, I should say. He hasn't a head for business though, and that's where I come in. We made a good living, he and I, in that quiet little town. Orc plunder now. What is there left to say, really? I could tell you it's more wholesome than Sicile, but then the orcs came. I could tell you it's cosy, that the people there are nice, but then the orcs came. All you'll find there now are broken dreams and broken bodies around orcish bonfires. Hunter's Edge? It no longer exists. Oh, I do hope you can heal dear Alfie. He deserves every care he can get after saving us so valiantly. Or perhaps he was just hungry. Still, the result is the same, isn't it?
I knew that man, comrade. A fine blacksmith, Bjorn. It gladdens me more than you can imagine to see he and Mara escaped Hunter's Edge. But it's no wonder he blames me for what happened there. Well, it started like any other day, comrade. I told you before, and this much was true. Hunter's Edge was a quiet place. There hadn't been a peep from the Phantom Forest in nearly a century, and save the occasional drunken orc wandering in from the west, there was nothing for any of the townsfolk to fear. I was on patrol one sunny afternoon when I stumbled upon a pair of scrawny orcs building a fire. Bellowed at 'em to get, but they went for their swords instead. Well, I made short work of 'em, but I couldn't find their tribe insignia anywhere. What I did find was a deep red, apple-sized gemstone in one of their pockets. It was warm in my hand and seemed far too fine a treasure to belong to an orc. You and I both know that now, but then my senses were dulled by years of peace. I'd grown soft. I was foolish. I figured it to be an oversized ruby, and it was the worst misjudgment of my life, comrade. Their kind never did take a shine to such finery, so I assumed it had been stolen for its trading value. I pocketed the gem and planned on sending it up to Academy North for the Order to deal with. All was peaceful back at the village, all was quiet. If only I'd known then. If only I had paid attention, had seen the signs. Night had only just begun to fall when they surrounded us. It could only have been a few dozen, but they swarmed like hundreds. Those of us who resisted were immediately cut down. I watched the blood of innocent villagers spill into the streets. I saw their bodies hit the ground. People it was my job to protect, comrade. I made myself promise that night, comrade. Never again would I let another sign of source pass me by unnoticed. Never again would I fail in my sworn duty. It's a promise I intend to keep. Let's discuss it another time, comrade. It ain't easy for an old bear like me to greet these ghosts. For now, maybe we ought to soldier forward. Plenty to be done around these parts, eh? Ready to advance? Ready to defend?
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
And that's the last of the
Did someone
potatoes.
leave an
Ooh, the pain. Demons take all bandits. I bit one of the buggers in two, and still he stabbed and stabbed before he finally croaked. I have no idea what I am really, only that I was caught in a snare when I was very little. Luckily, the hunter thought I didn't look quite appetizing enough to be eaten, and so he sold me to Mara. Bjorn didn't like the look of me at first, but when I grew strong, stronger than 5 stallions combined, I was suddenly promoted to carrier beast. Were that I was weak, for I loathed carrying things. Bless your heart merely to suggest it, my friend. But you'll need powerful magic indeed to cure this devilish gas. I've heard they dabble in healing rituals in Silverglen, which is, ironically, the very place we're unable to reach, us three. If only a bloodstone, then it is in your power to heal me. Will you?
We have the means to save this animal, and so we shall.
That would be the kind thing to do, yes.
My word! Well, this is marvellous! Nay, miraculous! Outlaws be damned! I am healed!
As powerful as it
My
is
uncle asked me
sinister.
to his dinner once, and he thought blue goblins for a while. Back on my...
I need a moment to reflect.
Please don't leave us to our own devices.
For
Your
the good
Knightship.
of all, source hunters ought to be as altruistic as I, without exception.
Those as giving as you are rare and exquisite as rubies. What a pleasure to behold you.
How you are bleeding, Alfie!
Oh, I feel fresh as a daisy again. He is still a bit green around the gills. I do hope we'll leave for a pleasanter place soon. They worked me as diligently as a peasant is oxen, but what can I do? They've owned me and fed me for as long as I can remember. As far as I know, this is what life is. Even though I have good hopes they'll give me a bit more rain now that I've saved them both from a gruesome goblin death.
What do you say, your knightship? Will you escort us to Silverglen? He's right as rain again, is Alfie, and he has you to thank for it, my liege. And we are your knightship. With Alfie healed, we're raring to go. Right you are, Sir Knight. This is it, Mara. You and Alfie stick close together now. Onward, to Silverglen. Silverglen! I can see the watchtowers! We're almost there!
One shot, many wounds.
We must douse these flames!
Someone help me! Please!
I hope I have enough arrows for this. Blessing arrow!
The Seven call me home.
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Away from me, fiend!
Oh, I cannot be...
You there! Oh, we're refugees, my liege. Those. Oh, it was brave. Why? And yet. Oh, we'd be might without Alf. I would predict.
Oh, will we ever reach stuff? Oh, how mass boys. Oh, I do...
Ooh, I have blessed your heart. A blush.
We have the meat.
That would be...
As powerful as it is, sinister.
I mean, that may... Well, there, I'll leave it. Now, though, it left.
I need a moment to reflect. For the...
Though...
Fresh up the clock.
Oh, that...
If we make mass boys...
What do you say, young weirdo? Oh, he's we right you are, Sir Knight.
Lucky charm.
Silverglen! I can see the watchtowers! We're almost there!
Away from me, fiend! Away!
Ah! Someone help me! Please!
I can beat them all in one blow.
Away from me, fiend! Away!
Away from me, fiend! Away!
I feel better already.
Away from me, fiend! Away!
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Seven have mercy on your soul.
I feel better already.
Into the fray once more.
feel it as yet, friend. Be wary. Be vigilant.
Don't you mind me, for I am safe. Silverglen! We did it! Oh, you did it! Oh, Mara, my love! Truly have we been delivered. You live, Alfie lives, and I do too. Oh, joyous hour. I still can't believe it. Silverglen! What is to become of us here, I wonder? Oh, but I know, don't I? A blacksmith I was in Hunter's Edge, and a blacksmith I'll remain, for such is my one purpose in life. Aye, come what may, your knightship, I thank you for standing by me, by us, during our hour of need. I thank you.
My champion, my healer and protector. How delightful it is to see you again. Oh, I'm doing dandy. Thank you for asking. My wound is quite healed. A bit tender still, but coming along nicely. The powers that be have been going quite easy on me since we've been here. In fact, I'm expecting a promotion from Beast of Burden to House Guardian any day now. Better house, better food, and less cargo carrying shall soon be my lot. Our little adventure hasn't changed all that much, I think. We're still kindly enough, without being truly affectionate to me, but I'm not for cuddling anyway. They bicker too, just like they always used to, but with a playful glint in their eyes I never really saw before. And the strange noises they sometimes make in the night, they do happen rather more frequently. Perhaps they got a chill in the woods, poor souls.
Welcome, your knightship. Oh, be welcome indeed. As you can see, we have set up shop here in Silverglen. And as a matter of course, you'll get my wares at prices that no one else has a right to claim from me. I've a song in my heart and a spring in my step, my liege. I've had orcs on my tail and bandits to boot, and yet I live. How can I be anything but happy? Oh, the smithy's doing grandly, your knightship. Thanks to your valiant rescue of Alfie, I haven't had to abandon my most valuable gear, which means my products are up to the high standards you may expect from Bjorn Stoutborn, for such is my name and such is my reputation. She's alive and kicking, my liege, just like she always was. Oh, certainly she can be a handful, but I wouldn't really have it any other way. We survived thanks to you, and each hour we are together I count as a blessing.
My, I see you appear and everything brightens. Such is the joy you have brought us. Please be ever welcome in our new establishment. I'm swell and settled here in Silverglen. I have a roof over my head instead of menacing forest canopies looming above. I have a cosy bed to sleep in instead of moss and leaves to lie on. I have a husband to cuddle come the night instead of having to stand and watch for bloodthirsty beasts that hunt by the moon. As you can tell, dear friend, I am well indeed. Oh, he's doing peachy. As am I. We do still feel great sadness for what happened to our friends in Hunter's Edge. But the selfish side that houses in every soul is mighty glad we made it out together. A new smithy, a new life. The gods are kind to us.
So good of you to drop by, my liege. As always, be welcome.